I know what you're thinking. I haven't seen that beautiful face in about 10 days, and that's because I've been playing Tekken 8 and trying to reprogram my brain with some fun rather than some depression. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Dynasty, and boy am I rusty. Every time I take a couple of days off for making these videos, it's always weird getting back in front of the camera, but thank you for clicking on the video. Mortal Kombat 1 is dying! Slowly. It's not dead yet, but the writing is on the wall, and in today's video, I got for you guys some breaking news, potentially. Nothing 110% confirmed, but it's pretty important because it's in regards to the upcoming expansion pack DLC that is launching sometime in the future after Takeda gets released. You guys do know, going back a few months ago, we've already data mined. There is going to be some type of story mode expansion that takes place in Titan Havoc's realm, and people are fighting in a coliseum. There's a wedding. If you missed my videos on it, I'll have a card on the screens right now. I break down the entirety of the dialogue that got leaked via the game's source code. Go watch that. But you guys do know there's essentially a Combat Pack 2 plus this Aftermath expansion, and many, including myself, thought that this Aftermath expansion would be in the same vein of Mortal Kombat 11, where they dropped this expansion. It was pretty much a couple of chapters to continue on the Mortal Kombat 11 story. Now, this could be the exact same thing this time around, but according to this individual who is saying this, instead of us getting pretty much just one big expansion pack with several different hours of content throughout the story, it seems like they're going to release this slowly over a period of time, potentially like an episodic thing, through various chapters. So not just one big update with a couple hours of story, instead just trickling down chapters over an extended period of time, which is kind of believable when you consider that, well, they're treating this fully fucking AAA $100 game like a live service game. And I'm gonna read an article today, and not really read the whole thing, but showcase to you guys how just a few days ago, WB is pretty much doubling down on their whole like live service approach to games like Mortal Kombat 1, and how they want content to be spread out for years to come, which makes this claim about this being the case for the expansion even more believable. So if you're excited to hear me talk about Titan Havoc's expansion pack dropping slowly over the course of time, that was like an eel, electric eel, take a second, drop a like on the video, or if you missed my pretty face, I'm sorry guys. There's really not been much to talk about in terms of Mortal Kombat 1 content that I haven't already talked about here on the channel. It's been slow. It's been really slow. They fixed the desync issues with Combat League, and since then, it's just been slow. No updates from Ed Boon in regards to Peacemaker, or when exactly to expect the trailer for Peacemaker, the release date, fucking nothing. Nothing at all from Ed Boon. The studio's back on Twitter, but all they're really sharing are the esports events taking place overseas. So as a Mortal Kombat 1 fan, it's been pretty slow, which is why I've just been enjoying Tekken 8, because I lost my mind thinking about this nonstop, and thankfully Tekken is slowly bringing my brain back to full speed. So regardless if you're here for the hype or not, if you want to hear me break it all down, what are we doing? Let's talk about it. Now, initially, I first saw this post on the official Mortal Kombat Leaks subreddit. It was a screenshot of a tweet from this thread where Beyond's Princess met Kaiji Tang, who is the voice actor for Sub-Zero, Bihan, in Mortal Kombat 1. And in this thread, essentially we had like the full overview of everything that Bihan's Princess experienced at this panel. And out of everything that went down, there's this one tweet in particular that pretty much explains that, well, if you're expecting this expansion pack to be all at once, that's potentially not the case. This tweet reads, "Please don't quote me on this because I was nervous meeting him, so I don't recall everything clearly, but I think Kaiji said the expansion pack isn't coming out in one go. It's coming out in like segments. I do 100% remember him saying we will be getting a lot of Bihan." And of course, if you guys want to know the full details again about this leak, I've talked about it ad nauseum for over an hour, cards from earlier, but there you go. Not 110% vindictive proof, but Again, obviously, Bihan's princess could be lying, but they attached the, screenshots here, images here of the panel, the signature from Kaiji Tang, the voice actor. So again, if you guys want to see this yourself, you can go ahead and go over to Bihan Princess's Twitter and get that for you. But it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all. I was expecting it to be like Mortal Kombat 11, but I mean, with them saying months ago they want to essentially nickel and dime consumers after they buy the product like never before and just keep this streamline of content constantly in rotation, it makes sense. It really does. Especially when you read this article that was just posted a few days ago on Variety.com, which we'll have linked down below. It says, inside WB Games' big live service push and doubling down on DC, Game of Thrones, and more franchises like you'd expect. One of those is Mortal Kombat. And speaking of Bihan, look at Bihan right here. Now, obviously, I'm not going to read the entire article, but it goes on to mention how David Zaslav, who was in charge of WB Discovery post-merger, sees a rich opportunity for the company to capture a bigger chunk of territory in games. Goes on to say, Zaslav's love of franchises meets his plans for domination of nearly $200 billion gaming industry. While smaller than some of the leading pure gaming companies like EA, Nintendo, Ubisoft, and Take-Two Interactive, PlayStation and Microsoft Gaming, WB has managed comparable operating margins and is punching above their weight thanks to 4 IPs the company values at $1 billion apiece in the gaming world: Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, DC, and Mortal Kombat. A very consistent message coming from the executive layer of WB Discovery is the importance of franchises. There's a unique and important role games have in keeping our franchises relevant, resonate, and exciting, because there's plenty of fans and plenty of people consuming content where games are their starting point. The 2 franchises that WB has profited the most of this year are Mortal Kombat and obviously Hogwarts, with the Hogwarts Legacy game that dropped at the beginning of last year. If you have not seen the sales, check it out right here. Number 1 last year was Hogwarts, and number 8 was Mortal Kombat 1. Those impressive sales figures caught the eye of Zaslav and CFO Gunnar Windenfels, who are focused on reducing WB Discovery's massive post-merger debt, enough to signal to the industry that the gaming division is the company's new darling in its path to profitability. In case you're not keeping up, they're like $45 billion in debt, and their plan to get out of debt is to focus on video games. And again, one of those big properties is Mortal Kombat. I've double and triple checked some of the metrics here because it's such a great investment opportunity, the CFO said during the Q3 call, adding he's stunned that we haven't been investing more into this opportunity, so we're going to start tackling that. Again, microtransactions, $10 fatalities, $10 Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance skins. Do you understand the plan for WB moving forward with their gaming division? It's to nickel and dime their consumer. They're saying it here. The head honchos at WB are saying, we have to take advantage of this opportunity with these franchises because we're leaving money on the table. Now, WB's CEO of Global Streaming goes on to say a key to topping those numbers, the debt I'm assuming, is figuring out ways to make prized IP more than just one great hit every 3 or 4 years. We want it to be always on, and the good news in the gaming space is it's lending itself to that. I wonder through what? Expansion packs, DLC. The emphasis of post-launch content has never been spotlighted like this before in terms of WB products, like a Mortal Kombat. So, yep, that is essentially what they're going for. He's looking to build out for each of WB's most valued franchises, but warns gaming titles are on a long cycle. And again, one of those big franchises that they see a lot of money in is Mortal Kombat. Now, if you guys want to read the full article, I have it linked down below, but they go on to talk about, multiverses dropping later this year, how Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League just launched, yesterday. It's tomorrow officially. I think early access is out. So, yeah, dude, they're really trying to add live service to everything they can because they want to get out of debt. and they're going to use franchises you love like Mortal Kombat. So with me seeing this article and seeing that apparently the voice actor for Bihan is saying that these expansion packs, or the expansion packs not dropping all at once, it makes sense. So don't expect, if you were like me, to simply pay your additional 20-30 bucks for the expansion then just have a full length experience. Instead, it'll probably be episodic and drop maybe once every other month or so. Again, we don't know because WB's not said anything lately, or anybody that works in NetherRealm Studios in regards to content after Takeda. We still have nothing about Peacemaker, but I'm sure come the middle of 2024, we'll probably have a greater idea and understanding of what's going to be, you know, dropping down the line for Mortal Kombat 1. Boone said it's going to be like the longest supported game they've had so far. And again, all of this just fits that narrative. So Mortal Kombat 1 is dying, in my opinion, despite there being more content than ever. It's to come at a premium. So if you like that, cool. If you're like me and you think that a lot of this stuff should be reasonably priced, hey, you're not alone. But a lot of people will buy this, and that'll keep them, you know, drip feeding the content for years to come. So there you go. That's the state of Mortal Kombat 1 post desync issues. Yeah. We'll see what else happens. This is a very big month for Mortal Kombat 1. Crossplay dropping, Peacemaker dropping. We'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. An update in regard to the expansion DLC that I've not seen anyone really talk about. I want to hear your thoughts on that. Are you excited to this new approach? Are you bummed that we're going to have to wait potentially even longer than usual to get this story given to us? It's so funny because we literally have all the dialogue for it, yet we're going to get it piece by piece by piece. It's unfortunate. So again, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Of course, subscribe for more content like this on the channel. Till next time, been your host, Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I missed you. I love you. See you in the next video. Peace.
On it, crack, but I'm not superstitious.